Not too long ago, I posted a video called 10 Things I Stopped Buying Since Losing Weight. And that list was items of products that I just don't buy anymore since embarking on wanting to eat healthier, lose weight, and get fit. It was a list of things ranging from McDonald's to Pop-Tarts to diet sodas, and it just talked a little bit about the things that I no longer purchase because of weight loss. Today, I want to flip things around and do a complete 180, and today we are going to talk about 10 things that I still buy despite the fact that I am trying to lose weight. Alright, so the list I want to talk about today are 10 things that I still purchase even though it might seem counterintuitive to a weight loss journey. Meaning things that people often diet down or things that you might not see in the house of somebody who's on Weight Watchers or iTrack Bites or anything of the like. But nonetheless, they are things that still get into my shopping cart on a regular basis. This is not like just every once in a while. This is frequently purchased items that come into my home regardless of the fact that my husband and I are both either trying just to be healthy or I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. Whatever the case may be, these are items that I still bring home regularly. Let's jump right into the list, shall we? Starting with number 1, which is full fat cheese. For ages and ages and ages, I have eaten reduced fat cheese and fat-free cheese. Guys, I cannot eat fat-free cheese anymore. I just can't do it. I bought fat-free shredded cheese from Kraft for so long that I kind of forgot what real cheese tasted like, and then I don't even know what encouraged me to bring it home, but one day I brought home regular cheese. Like, not even something indulgent and crazy, just like regular shredded cheddar cheese. And it was amazing. After I ate the full fat cheese, I was like, this is so freaking good. Why am I eating the cheese that tastes like cardboard? Well, I can tell you why. It was to save myself some points on Weight Watchers Freestyle. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that anymore. There's a whole world out there of delicious full fat cheeses, even from the basic, like just shredded sharp cheddar you can buy at Target to like really good aged cheddar cheeses. Like my husband's and my favorite snack now is we buy good aged cheddar cheeses or white cheddar cheeses or Parmesan and cheddar blends, and we'll just whack off a hunk of the cheese and just eat the cheese. And it is so good, and it's only 3 points for me on Points Plus. I don't know what it is on Smart Points, but it can't be that much different. It might actually be the same for 1 ounce of cheese. Now, if we can just learn to control ourselves around the full fat cheese, which is something I'm learning to do, there is no reason to not buy full fat regular cheese and enjoy it in moderation instead of piling your food high with fat-free cheese that offers nothing of any emotional value and simply just flavorless protein. So full fat cheese has become a staple in our house. Number 2 is nut butters. I have gone back to, after years and years and years of banning peanut butter from my life, I have not had a jar of peanut butter in my house in ages, up until the last probably year or so. And we finally went back to buying regular old nut butters. Peanut butter and almond butter. Peanut butter for my husband and almond butter for me. And you know what? The sky has not caved in. Nothing crazy has happened. I have not put on 50 pounds. I have learned how to moderate my consumption of nut butters in a way that is completely manageable. Do I eat it every day? No. Do I eat it frequently? Yeah, kind of. Sometimes I'll put some peanut butter on my bananas, or sometimes I'll mix some almond butter in my yogurt, or I put it as the fat in my Fab 4 smoothie. But what I have learned is I do not need to eat powdered peanut butter in order to stay on track. I can have real peanut butter or real almond butter, and that was a very, very freeing thing for me to learn. Number 3 is frozen pizzas. I firmly believe that every once in a while you just need a good old frozen pizza. I'm a Chicago girl, so in a perfect world you get like deep dish Lou Malnati's pizza every once in a while, but when you can't have the best of the best, a frozen pizza sometimes suffices. And honestly, it's one of those things that even my husband, who I'm a little bit more lenient on the hey, let's indulge a little bit train than he is, even he goes, you know, let's just have a pizza tonight. Like, it'll be Friday night, you wanted to sit and watch some TV, we'll pop a pizza in the oven and call it a night for dinner, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Does it happen frequently? No, maybe twice a month, but it's still, we always have a frozen pizza in the freezer. We have fun with the flavors. We get like barbecue chicken ranch, and we have like a goat cheese and tomato pizza in the freezer right now. We're having fun enjoying different frozen pizzas, but it's such an easy meal. There's nutrition labels on the back, so we can still plan. I can still track everything according to my plan, and everything is fine. You work it into the plan. But frozen pizzas, there's always at least one in our freezer. Number 4 was another game changer like the cheese. I switched back to full fat mayonnaise, and not just that, I've started buying the Primal Kitchen avocado mayonnaise, and I swear to you, I'm never going back. It is such good mayonnaise that a little bit goes a long way. And the little bit I'm talking about is 1/3 of a serving, which is 1 teaspoon, which is only 1 point. 1 point for me on my Points Plus plan. And I'm like, I can do 1 point for a little bit of full fat, delicious, flavorful mayo on my sandwich. And I haven't looked at fat-free mayonnaise in a long time. We do have light mayonnaise in our house as well, because that's what my husband prefers. But light mayonnaise, full fat mayonnaise, we do not buy fat-free mayonnaise anymore. Number 5 is regular creamer and full fat half and half. This is another habit that took me ages and ages to break. And don't get me wrong, if you still buy like the fat-free cheeses or the fat-free half and halves or sugar-free coffee creamers, you do you, boo. You do whatever you need to do to stay on track. But I have learned throughout my decade of being on a diet that you just sometimes need to switch out of the diet mindset, and I'm much happier learning how to set limits with regular food instead of having to try and find some dieted down substitute for everything I want to consume. That is how I have found my happy place, and that is how I intend to make progress moving forward. So for me, I've started buying regular coffee creamer again. I don't have to look for sugar-free coffee creamer anymore, because quite frankly, within the last year or so, sugar-free coffee creamers have started to taste like poop to me. Like, they just taste terrible. They taste artificial and not good, and it ruins my cup of coffee. And I'd much rather have some regular old half and half in a good, rich cup of coffee and call it a day than try and put some sugar-free, fat-free flavored creamer in there. And for the regular creamer, I've also started to enjoy Natural Bliss creamers every once in a while, which is real cream, real sugar, and natural flavorings. So when I don't want just half and half, I'll get one of those, and those are quite satisfying as well. But I am no longer on the train of fat-free creamers, fat-free half and half, or sugar-free creamers. I do full fat half and half, and I do full sugar and full cream creamers. Number 6, a little bit of controversy, because this was also on the list of things I don't buy, and that is ice cream. If you recall, I talked about the ice cream in the list of things I don't buy, as I don't buy the Ben & Jerry's or like the full fat 300 calories for half a cup types of ice cream, but we buy the lightened up versions of ice cream without going the diet ice cream route. Does that make sense? So we still have regular ice cream in our house at all times. It is in the form of like a frozen yogurt, or the Edie's Slow Churned is our all-time favorite ice cream. It's still regular cream. It's still full sugar. There's no artificial sweeteners in there or anything, but we prefer that venue for ice cream as opposed to the Enlightened, the Halo Top, the Chili Cow, all of the diet ice creams that contain erythritol. We do not like artificial sweeteners in our ice cream. So we buy real ice cream. There's a varying spectrum of ice creams here, right? So we have like on this end, we have like the erythritol and the diet, and you can eat a whole pint for 300 calories. Then in the middle, we have Edie's Slow Churn, that's about 120 to 150 calories for a half of a cup. And then you get up to the luxuries, the Talentis, the high-fat Ben & Jerry's and things like that, that could yield like 350 calories a half a cup. So we tend to stay in the middle. Real food, real sugar, real cream, without going to the heavy extreme. Number 7 is cookies. We still buy cookies in this house all the stinking time. Why? Because cookies are individual things that you can pick up. It's easy to measure. A serving is 2 cookies. Okay, 1, 2. And then you can go about your day. Or if a serving is 2 cookies and you decide to have 3, you know you had 1.5 servings. You get what I'm saying? And cookies are such a fun and easy way to switch things up and treat yourself seasonally or based on whatever flavor you are feeling. We love Oreos in our house. We love them. I like to try the new and exciting flavors of Oreo cookies, and we both manage to have enough control where as long as we keep them out of sight, we don't think about them unless we deliberately walk to the pantry and go, I want a cookie. But if you leave them out, then my husband and I can both get caught walking by and picking one up. So as long as we're smart about how we maintain our environment, cookies are not a problem for us. We love Oreos, like I said. I really like making cookies every once in a while, and we really, really like seasonal cookies from Trader Joe's, specifically the meringue cookies, which actually, in terms of calories and points, are not all that bad. And we love the seasonal biscottis from Trader Joe's. So those are a thing that's really easy for me to go and get. It's easy for us to measure a serving. We don't do diet cookies. We just buy and eat regular old cookies. That is frequently our sweet treat. It is something that's easy for us to keep around, something that lasts us a long time and can get feeling indulgent without actually being too indulgent. Number 8 is another one that I mentioned in my other video, and that is fast food. If you'll recall, the thing I don't buy anymore is fast food like McDonald's and Burger King, but some of the things we do buy, we still go to quick serve or fast food restaurants, and we enjoy them very, very much. Chipotle is one of our favorite quick eat places to go. I love that I can get a salad with beans and rice and chicken and cheese and all the salsa. It's so good and it's easily trackable, which is wonderful. Another place I really love to go is Panera Bread. Panera is a great quick serve place that doesn't have fried or anything like that. You can have salads and soups, and you can customize your options to make them however heavy or however light as you want them to be. So it's not that we don't eat fast food anymore. We absolutely still do. We are just very selective about the types of places we go to and the kinds of food we go after when we go to a fast food type or a quick serve restaurant. Number 9 is bread. We kind of waver on this every once in a while, but there's always, always, always some form of bread in our house, and a lot of times it's not necessarily diet bread. Occasionally my husband will be like, hey, can you grab a loaf of lighter bread? But more often than not, we have like good, hearty 5 grain or 12 grain or whatever the heck the grain of the brownberry bread is, or oat nut bread, or I have that bread from Trader Joe's that's 2 points a slice but packs 7 grams of protein into a slice. Like real, heavy, hearty bread, because light bread kind of tastes like cardboard sometimes. And I'm now of the mindset of I'd rather have it wrapped in something that tastes good, it being like my sandwich. Like I'm thinking about sandwiches. I love having sandwiches for lunch. My current favorite thing is to use Mission Carb Balanced tortillas, because yes, they're technically a diet food, I guess, but they don't taste like one at all. It tastes like a completely normal tortilla, and it's got fiber in it, and it's only 70 calories, and it's been making amazing lunches for me as of late. And my husband really enjoys having a sandwich every day for lunch as well, and the heartier the bread we can get him, the more satisfied he is. So contrary to the popular diet belief of we only need to eat the 35 calorie sliced bread, we go the opposite direction and we do eat regular, hearty, more filling carbohydrates. And then thing number 10 that I still buy is the occasional baked treat out. What do I mean by this? Well, I mean that I will go to Nothing Bundt Cakes and I will treat myself to an entire buntlet that might cost me my entire day's worth of points. I will go to the bakery section of a grocery store and grab myself a cupcake, or grab us each a brownie for dessert that night. Some sort of baked treat, full fat, full sugar, ridiculous amounts of calories, but it's on occasion. It's in moderation. It's not something that I have banned from my life completely just because I am trying to lose weight. It is something that I want to learn to integrate into my healthy lifestyle on a moderate but regular basis. I don't like to tell myself I can't have something, because I'm the type of person that goes, as soon as you tell me I can't do something, I want it. And as soon as you tell me I have to do something, I don't want to do it anymore. Anybody else like that? Shout out to my people. Let me know in the comments below if that's you too. But my point is, the second I tell myself that something is totally 100% off limits, I want it all the more, and I'll go after it with a ravenous appetite that I might not have if I say, hey Brianna, it's okay if you have this every once in a while. No big deal. Maybe not today. Let's not have it today, but you can have it later this week, or you can have it on weigh-in day once your points reset, or something like that. That immediately takes the power and the urgency away from me having to deprive myself because I'm allowed to have that thing. And that specifically weighs heavier for me when you're talking about like delicious, fresh baked goods from a local bakery, from Nothing Bundt Cakes, from your favorite grocery store bakery section, whatever the case may be. I will treat myself to those things because it keeps me out of the deprivation mindset. And as long as I am not in the deprivation mindset, I am setting myself up for success. So there you go, 10 things that I still buy even though I am trying to lose weight. Just to recap, we have full fat cheese, nut butters, frozen pizzas, full fat mayo, full fat half and half, ice cream, cookies, select fast food restaurants, bread, and the occasional baked, delicious, delicious baked good. Do you have things that you purchase even though you're on a weight loss journey that you're like, you know what? I'd rather practice this in moderation than go after the diet alternative. I would love to hear your feedback on this sort of list. What are the things that you are still, even though you're going after a healthier lifestyle, you're still not willing to negotiate? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out if you take a second and do that. And if you want to join the Diva and the Divine community, we would love to have you. Just click that little red button over there and you are a member of our team. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Take care. I'll see you next time.